So mask ठीक ଅଛି ତ mask ପିନ୍ଧିଲେ କିଛି problem ନାହିଁ ତ?
ସେଠି ସେମାନେ କାଢିବା ପାଇଁ କହିବେ but anyway ତାକୁ ଯଦି ଆପଣ on ରଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି problem ନାହିଁ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
କାହିଁକିନା ସେଠି distance ଟିକେ ଅଧିକ ଥିବ so mask ପିନ୍ଧିଲେ ମେ ବି ଆପଣ କଣ କହିବେ ସେମାନେ ସେଟା ଶୁଣିପାରିବେ। ଓକେ ଏଠି ତ ମାଇକ୍ ଲାଗିଛି କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ କ୍ଲିୟରଲି
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଶୁଭାଯିବ। ଓକେ so please tell us your name and roll number.
So my name is Susmita-Aarohan and my roll number is 400933.
Okay, without mentioning your name, please give us a brief introduction.
I'm a native of Cuttack, Odisha. I have completed my undergraduation from Bharati Vidyapith, Pune, and my post-graduation from Symbiosis, Pune.
Okay. What are your hobbies that you have listed in your CIF?
In my leisure time, I like to write diary, my personal diary.
Okay. Any special achievements that you want to share with us?
So I have written a paper which was published in a Scopus Index journal, and the paper was titled Breaking Menstrual Stereotypes.
Okay. So of your hobbies, how directly or indirectly they are going to help you in your service?
So I developed this writing of personal diary at a very early age of, I was in class 7. I was studying in ICSE school. Due to high pressure of studies, I could not pursue any particular hobby. So when the pressure of studies was so much, I used to write diary, and gradually I realized that my focus on studies increased when I started writing, putting down what I used to think, and instead of procrastinating and thinking about results, I started focusing on my improving on my work. On my self-work, I improved. So I think this process has helped me improve my own capacity and recognize my strengths in over time. And judiciary, the preparation is itself a way of perseverance. So in this time, to handle stress, this has helped me a lot. And eventually in the job also, stress management is one of a basic aspect of judiciary. And I think my writing diary will help me go a long way.
Okay. Give us some good reasons why you're interested for judicial service.
So to pursue judiciary, there are two reasons for it. One is personal and one is family reason. Personally, when I took up law just to escape maths, and when I took up law, I felt very self-confident, and gradually in that process, I realized that it helps me in recognizing my own rights, what I feel, what I do. So I wanted to convey the same through judiciary. So my passion led me to pursue judiciary. And so the family reason is that my father is a businessman, and in the transportation business, there are many times the accident caused by his drivers. He deals with truck business. So he has to run from court to court and while to arrange for bail. So when I took up law and seeing my performance, he always used to tell me that when he goes to the court, he always imagines me in the place of magistrate. He wants me to achieve that place in life. So these are the two reasons why I want to pursue judiciary.
Okay. So this is your second one-to-one interview?
Yes.
Okay, so we will concentrate on your optional subjects. What were your optionals?
My first optional was IPC and law of torts. Second was laws of property laws. And third was personal law.
Okay, so we'll start with torts then. What is the difference between proximate damage and remote damage?
So this comes under the theory of remote damage is we can say that remote damage is what is not the causa causans of the act. It means the damage that is caused is not the direct cause of the act that has been done by the person. However, in cause of proximate damage, it means that the act is directly related to the act that has been committed. And under 73 of Indian Contract Act, it says that for the proximate damage, there is damages compensation to be given. However, not for the remote damages.
Okay. So what is the difference between absolute liability and strict liability?
Absolute liability is a result of Indian jurisprudence. It was developed by Justice P.N. Bhagwati, and it means that when a person is encompassing hazardous and dangerous materials in his capacity, and its release leading to any damage, he will be directly responsible. There is no defenses allowed to him. He has caused the damage, so he is completely liable for it. However, under strict liability, it means that when a person is responsible, when a person is doing something which is unnatural use of land, and the escape of that has led to any damage, he is liable for all the natural damages that arises as consequences of its escape. However, there are certain defenses over here under strict liability, such as act of God, inevitable accident, then statutory, there's a statutory liability, and plaintiff's own wrong. So these defenses are not allowed in absolute liability.
Okay. So, what is the vicarious liability of the state with respect to its employees?
Vicarious liability means constructive liability. Basically, it means for the act of servant, the state is liable. So this was usually not taken into consideration. It means that usually the government servants were excluded from liability, tortious liability, while discharging sovereign functions. However, after the Crown Proceedings Act, this was abolished, and for the tortious liability, the government employees are liable. And coming to this, there are some landmark cases. First is the case of Vidya Bharati versus State of Rajasthan, wherein it was held that in that case the person was passerby was overthrown by a jeep, and leading to this, the wife of the passerby claimed for compensation, and the court upheld the validity of the law and said that the government servant is liable. And then in Nageshwar Rao versus State of Andhra Pradesh, the government said that, the court said that there is no distinction between sovereign and non-sovereign functions that has been diluted, and for any tortious liability, any tortious act, the government servant is liable. So the ultimate result is that for any tortious activity, whether it is sovereign or non-sovereign, government servant is liable.
Now come to IPC. What are the types of punishments that are prescribed under the IPC?
Section 53 of Indian Penal Code deals with punishments. There are 5 kinds of punishments. firstly, death penalty. Secondly, life imprisonment. Third, rigorous and simple imprisonment. Fourth, forfeiture of property. And fifth is fine.
Okay. So, how is sedition dealt in IPC, and what is the penal? What are the penal provisions for that?
Yeah. So, Section 124A of Indian Penal Code deals with sedition. This was initially not a part of Indian Penal Code. It was added later on. And this was added by the British government with an aim against the revolutionaries that were taking during the Indian independence movement. The provision says that any act which raises contempt, disloyalty towards the government, leading to public disorder is basically sedition. The act should be such that it should be encompassing a hatred towards the government. It can be any act. However, the section also says that mere criticism of government and its policies doesn't come under the purview of sedition. Recently, in 2020, in Binod Dua case, the Supreme Court has struck down, I mean, it has not struck down, it has read down. It has read down the laws of sedition, saying that Mahatma Gandhi, the law which jailed Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, is now also being misused to harass the media persons. So it is a right being misused to harass the citizens. So it should be constituted wisely. And another case in S.G. Bombeter versus Union of India in 2022, the Supreme Court has said that to the provisions of Section 124 to be in abeyance till the government had submitted its details on the provisions. The court has directed the government to make new provisions, and any person who is charged under it can ask for bail.
Okay. So, your other option is transfer of property.
Yes.
What are the types of properties that cannot be transferred?
So, Section 6 of transfer of property deals with properties which can be transferred and which cannot be transferred. And some of them are space successionist. It means the mere chance of succession cannot be transferred. And then another is right of re-entry. It means the mere right of re-entry by the owner on breach of a condition of tenancy cannot be transferred alone apart from the ownership. The easementary right, it means the right of easement cannot be separately transferred from the dominant heritage. And then future maintenance cannot be transferred. Also, mere right to sue cannot be transferred. Pension, civil pensions also cannot be transferred. Public office also cannot be transferred.
Okay. What do you mean by adverse possession?
Adverse possession has nowhere been defined under the Act. It means a person being adversely in possession of another. The person is not the owner of the property in which he or she is in possession of. However, law gives a judicial recognition to it under Section 27 of Limitation Act, wherein it says that where a person stays in a property for 12 years or more, the person is entitled to ownership of that property, and on the government land, it is for 30 years. So it is basically a prescriptive acquisition.
Okay. So, what is the doctrine of lispendence?
Section 52 of Transfer of Property Act deals with the doctrine of lis pendens. Lis pendens means litigation in pending. So the provision says that where a case is pending before the court between the parties, any transfer made during the pendency of the case, the parties, the subsequent transferees will be bound by the decree of the court, irrespective of the fact that they are aware of the pendency or not. And further, it says that there are two exceptions to it. The first is the suit not being collusive, and second is the transfer has been made with the permission of the court.
Okay. Other optional is personal law.
Yes.
Okay. So, tell me in Muslim law, what are the types of divorce which can be initiated by the wife?
Muslim law. So first, there are two kinds of divorce which can be initiated by the wife. First is talaq-e-tafweez, in which the wife asks for release from the husband. It is like a command. It is a right given to the wife from the husband to release herself. So there is a mere delegation of power or to divorce herself. And second is mubarat. In mubarat, the both parties are at freedom to seek divorce from each other, and there is no compensation as such.
Okay. And what is the, how does Muslim law deal with adoption?
The topic of adoption has not been covered under Muslim law. There is a mere topic of legitimacy, which says that acknowledgement, which is covered under acknowledgement, which says that a person who treats a child of a woman as his own is said to have a legitimate marriage with the mother of the child. So this is an indirect proof of marriage. It doesn't say anything about acknowledge. It doesn't say anything about adoption. Further, under Juvenile Justice Act is a secular act which says that any person, any religion can adopt a child.
Okay. What do you mean by hiba in Muslim law?
So the term hiba means gift. It is dealt under, the chapter of hiba is covered under the Muslim personal law, and the property law, which says about gift, doesn't apply to Muslims.
Okay. Under the Hindu Marriage Act, what are the various grounds for divorce?
So the Hindu Marriage Act provide the section 13 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955 deals with the grounds of divorce. First is cruelty, second adultery, third is conversion, fourth is renunciation, fifth is sorry, sir, I can't remember.
Okay. How many listed? How many grounds of divorce are listed?
Some 9 grounds.
9, are you sure? Or is more than that?
So, as far as my knowledge, 9 grounds are there.
9. Okay, just go through that again.
Okay.
So, under the Hindu Succession Act, what are the types or the classes of heirs? And for each class, give me 2 examples.
What are the classes of?
Heirs.
So I'm not able to get it.
Class 1 higher, class 2 higher.
Okay. The schedule talks about the hierarchy of heirs. So the class 1 heir is the wife. The class 1 here includes the wife, mother, daughter, son of the propositors, while the class 2 here includes the father of the propositors, the brother of the propositor, and sister of propositors, and their children.
Okay. So, can a Hindu daughter-in-law claim maintenance from his father-in-law under the Hindu laws?
So, under Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, Section 19, a Hindu daughter-in-law can claim from Hindu father-in-law, provided that she doesn't have any source of income to maintain herself, neither from a estate of her husband or her father or mother, or from the children or their estate. And she can claim such maintenance from the father-in-law, provided there is a co-cautionary property. And second is, when she remarries, this condition is no more valid.
Okay. What is the difference between maintenance and alimony?
So maintenance is basically monthly or quarterly or any amount which is given from time to time. However, alimony is a lump sum amount which is given at once.
Okay, fine. So that will be the end of the interview. Thank you. Overall, your most questions you are able to answer. Okay. And eye contact and all those things you also fine. So sometimes maybe you're a little bit serious. Okay. So smile you can maintain for the interview since the content of your answer is good. Okay. And in case you do not know the answer, you can just let them know that you are unable to recall or something. They're giving very limited time, 10 to 12 to around maximum 15 minutes. So don't waste time chasing one particular question. If you do not know or you're unable to recall, just inform them.
Yes.
Okay. So fine.
So how much would you mark me for?
85 out of 100. Okay. If you have to give marks for today's interview, that would be around 85 out of 100. Okay.
Okay, so how to improve it more?
85 is like more than that. This board, I don't think they will be giving you this year. Okay, maybe even 85 would be difficult. Last year people had scored 90. This year, I don't think they have normalized the range. So the minimum and maximum won't be, big difference won't be there. So that is why everything would depend on your main marks. Interview, only on basis of interview, I don't think. They have changed it for civil service also, judicial service also, more or less will be doing the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, so 85 would be fine. Okay.
So I'll be able to perform well.
I think so. For your interview, you'll be getting very good marks. Then top 10 percentile you'll be getting.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Namaste.